Hey, everybody, doing my first talk here from Costa Rica. I've recently done this talk that I'm about to give to you for a company out in California. It turned out to be one of the more powerful talks that I've given. It's a really important topic, the one that I want to share with you today. Let me just say, they paid me a bunch of money to do the talk. I'm going to deliver it here for you for free. But let me say, the thing I want to talk about is coming. It's coming your way, whether you like it or not, and whether you're ready for it or not. It's absolutely coming down the pipe for you. If you are not prepared for it, you run the risk of becoming bent, broken, slammed on the rocks of life, if you will. But before I get to all of what that is, I want you to go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button so you can get more information like this from an actual therapist who practices, get this, actual therapy. Look, to live is to invite change. My name is Lair Torrent, and I'm a licensed clinical therapist. And the main reason people come and seek me out and ask me to help them is because of change. Change has come into their lives in one form or another, and it's bringing up all kinds of things for them. I like to say to resist change is to resist life itself. If you're not evolving, you are in fact dying. One of the scariest things we face in life is transition. And if we cannot accept it, if we cannot embrace change, well, look, we're in trouble. People are born, people are going to die. Fortunes are won, fortunes are in fact going to be lost. One minute you're staring into the mirror and you're looking at that beautiful, vibrant face, and the next minute you're looking at some old guy looking back at you going, where did this face come from? Look, it is our ability to adapt to the ever-shifting tides of life that predicates all of our success. The fact is, change, even when it is good, can be scary. But can you imagine a life where nothing ever changes? Here's the truth. If you don't learn to embrace transition, if you don't learn to embrace change, you are going to lose in every area of life. And this is a critical lesson. And it's the difference between success and getting left in the dust, quite frankly. Change is a necessary and fundamental part of how we live. We see it reflected throughout nature as an example. Look at the metamorphosis of the butterfly, right? That transformation of a caterpillar into a butterfly is one of nature's most profound, one of nature's biggest examples of shift. It goes through a stage of complete reconfiguration inside that cocoon, essentially dying to its old form in order to emerge as something entirely new, something entirely different. This process reflects personal growth, right? It reflects how it requires us to let go of our old selves, to face discomfort, to allow ourselves to be reshaped. Think of survival of the fittest in nature. Species must consistently evolve to survive in an ever-changing environment. That's us, right? The key lesson here is that resistance is actually futile. Resistance to change leads to stagnation or extinction. And just like species that fail to adapt, if we fail to adapt to our environment, well, we're going to be in trouble. We have to learn to evolve mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, socially to thrive in this world. So nature is a grand example of the importance of how embracing change is so fundamental for us. We see it across the board, right? We see it in the growth of trees. We see it in the changing ocean tides. We see it in the changing of seasons. The key lesson is that nature does not fight change. It embraces it. We can learn so much of how to live our lives through watching our natural world. It's right out there. We too must learn to change and learn that it's not a threat. It's a vital force that can lead towards our greatest potentials if we choose to see it that way. So there is no way around it. It's coming. The message is clear. We thrive when we adapt, when we grow. The secret is learning to flow, right? If we want to find flow with the ever-changing tides of our lives. The problem is we don't like change. Change, even when it is good, brings up our deepest fears. Fear of the unknown, fear of loss of control, fear of loss of our relative comfort level. This is applicable to so many shifts that we see and experience throughout our lives every day in the micro and the macro. Think of when this is the one I used in this talk that I did, when we change bosses, when we change managers at work. Are they going to like us? Will they be nice to us? Will they be cool? Will they see who we are? Will they see and recognize our efforts? Will they take into consideration the work and the dedication that I've already put in? Change to anything that we've become accustomed to brings up our attachments to the people, the places, and the things that we have become comfortable with. And this brings up our resistance. And from an Eastern perspective, it is said that it is our attachment and our resistance to the change that is the root of all of our suffering. Eckhart Tolle said it best when he said, when you surrender to what is, the present moment becomes the door to the flow of life. And like kind of Alan Watt also said, it is only when we let go and move with the current that we experience true freedom. So it becomes the practice of acceptance, a pulling away from our resistance and acceptance of the isness of the moment, the isness of life that becomes our single greatest power, our single greatest practice. And to get more information like this from an actual therapist practicing actual therapy, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. I'm going to do a follow-up video on this. Look, it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe to the channel. I'll be sending you more great information. I hope to see you here.